My beloved child, be still for a moment and let your heart rest in my presence. Do not allow the noise around you to pull your attention away from this sacred moment. I have called you here for a reason. Nothing about this encounter is accidental. Before you were born, before you took your first breath, before anyone on earth knew your name, I knew this very moment would come. I knew you would need comfort, strength, reassurance, healing, and peace. So I prepared these words for you long ago. I know the burdens you have carried in silence. I know the tears you wiped away before anyone else could see them. I know the nights you lay awake wondering how much longer you could endure the pressure resting on your shoulders. My child, I have seen every hidden struggle. I have heard every whisper of your heart, even the prayers you never spoke aloud. There is nothing about your life that escapes my attention. You may have felt forgotten at times. You may have wondered if heaven had gone silent. There were moments when you questioned whether your prayers mattered or whether your waiting would ever end. But hear me clearly today, I have never ignored you. Not for 1 second. Even when you could not feel me, I was still guiding you. Even when you could not see my hand, I was still protecting you. The delays you experienced were not punishments. The closed doors were not signs that I had abandoned you. I was preparing you for something greater than you imagined. I was shaping your heart, strengthening your spirit, deepening your wisdom, and teaching you to trust me in ways you never had before. My child, you have survived battles that should have broken you. There were days when you smiled for others while secretly fighting storms inside yourself. There were moments when you felt weak, exhausted, and overwhelmed, yet you still kept moving forward. Do you know how precious that perseverance is to me? Heaven rejoices every time you choose faith over despair. I know you have been wounded by people you trusted. I know the pain of betrayal still echoes in your heart. Some promised they would stay but walked away when you needed them most. Others spoke words that cut deeply into your spirit. Some misunderstood you, judged you unfairly, or treated your kindness as weakness. But my beloved child, do not let those wounds define who you are. Remember this, what people said about you does not determine your value. Your worth comes from me alone. I formed you with purpose. I created you with love. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are not too broken to be restored. There were times when you cried in private because you felt invisible. You wondered whether anyone truly saw the effort you made or appreciated the love you gave. But I saw it all. Every act of kindness. Every sacrifice. Every prayer whispered through tears. Every moment you chose forgiveness instead of bitterness. Every time you encouraged someone else while secretly needing encouragement yourself. None of it was wasted. I am proud of you, my child. I know the world rarely tells you that, so let me say it clearly, I am proud of your endurance. I am proud of your heart. I am proud of the way you kept believing even after disappointment. I am proud of the way you kept loving even after being hurt. Do not believe the lie that your life has no purpose. The enemy wants you to think your story does not matter. He whispers fear into your thoughts. He tells you that you are behind, that you missed your chance, that your mistakes are too great. Reject those lies right now. Those thoughts do not come from me. You are my child. You are deeply loved. Nothing you have done could ever separate you from my mercy and grace. My love for you does not rise and fall according to your performance. I loved you before you had achievements. I loved you before you had failures. I love you now, exactly where you are. Stop comparing your journey to others. I know it can feel painful watching other people move ahead while you feel stuck in place. But you do not see the full picture. I have a unique path for your life. Your timing is different because your calling is different. The process you are walking through is preparing you for responsibilities, blessings, and opportunities that require strength and wisdom. Do not despise the season you are in. Even the painful chapters are producing something beautiful within you. The waiting taught you patience. The heartbreak taught you compassion. The loneliness taught you to seek me more deeply. The disappointments taught you to rely on my promises instead of temporary things. I know there were moments when you nearly gave up. You questioned whether it was worth continuing. Yet somehow, deep within your spirit, you found the strength to keep walking. That strength came from me. I carried you through every dark valley. My child, a new season is beginning. The heaviness you have carried for so long will not remain forever. Healing is already taking place inside you. Even now, I am restoring areas of your heart that were shattered by disappointment and fear. You may not immediately see dramatic changes around you, but trust what I am doing within you. I am planting peace where anxiety once lived. I am planting courage where fear once ruled. I am planting hope where discouragement once took root. You are not the same person you used to be. The fire you walked through changed you. The trials strengthened you. The tears watered seeds that are about to bloom into something beautiful. Do not be afraid of the future. I already stand in your tomorrow. Every place you will go, I have already prepared. Every challenge you will face, I will give you strength to overcome. Every closed door that disappointed you protected you from something that was not meant for you. There are blessings on the horizon that you cannot yet see. There are prayers I am answering behind the scenes. There are opportunities forming in places you least expect. There are connections, friendships, and breakthroughs that are drawing closer even now. I know you have asked, Lord, when will things change? Hear me carefully, change is already happening. Not always in loud ways. Sometimes transformation begins quietly, deep within the soul. Roots grow underground before fruit appears above the surface. Trust my timing, even when you do not understand it. I am never late. I am never careless with your life. I know exactly what you need and exactly when you need it. My beloved child, release the guilt you have been carrying. Stop punishing yourself for the mistakes of your past. I have already offered you grace. Why continue carrying chains that I already broke? You do not need to pretend to be perfect before coming close to me. Bring me your fears. Bring me your confusion. Bring me your weakness. Bring me your regrets. I am not intimidated by your brokenness. I specialize in restoration. I know the shame you have hidden from others. I know the moments you replay in your mind, wishing you had chosen differently. But hear this truth, your mistakes are chapters in your story, not the final ending. I still call you chosen. I still call you loved. I still call you worthy of grace. My child, forgiveness is part of your healing. I know some people hurt you deeply. I know certain wounds still ache when you remember them. But carrying bitterness into your future will only slow your healing. Forgive not because what they did was acceptable, but because your freedom matters. Release them into my hands. Allow me to handle justice while you move forward in peace. You do not have to carry hatred anymore. You do not have to relieve the betrayal every day. I want your heart free, light, and filled with peace again. The next season of your life requires a healed heart. Let me remove the heaviness you have carried for too long. I am bringing restoration into areas where you expected permanent loss. What the enemy intended to destroy, I will use to strengthen your testimony. The pain you survived will become proof of my faithfulness. One day, you will speak to someone who feels hopeless, and your story will become the encouragement that saves them from giving up. Your scars will no longer represent shame. They will represent survival, healing, and victory. Do not underestimate the light inside you. Even when you feel weak, my power shines through your willingness to keep trusting me. My child, I want you to rest. Not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally. You have spent too long trying to hold everything together by your own strength. You were never meant to carry every burden alone. Lay your worries before me. Lay your fears before me. Lay your unanswered questions before me. I can carry what overwhelms you. I know some situations in your life seem impossible. Financial stress, relationship struggles, emotional exhaustion, uncertainty about the future, none of these are beyond my reach. What feels impossible to you is still possible for me. Stop believing that you must figure everything out immediately. Trust me one step at a time. I will guide you gently. Sometimes you become anxious because you want every detail of the future revealed at once. But faith grows strongest when you trust me without seeing the entire path ahead. You are learning to walk by faith and not by fear. You are learning to trust my voice more than your doubts. You are learning that my peace can exist even in uncertain seasons. My beloved child, I am drawing you into deeper intimacy with me. I do not want our relationship to consist only of emergency prayers during difficult times. I want closeness with you daily. Speak to me in the quiet moments. Invite me into your ordinary routines. Trust me with the small details as well as the major decisions. You do not need complicated words to reach me. A sincere heart is enough. When you wake in the morning, remember I am with you. When you feel overwhelmed during the day, pause and remember I am near. When you lie down at night with worries racing through your mind, remember I am still watching over you. I never sleep. I never stop caring for you. You may feel unnoticed by the world, but heaven knows your name. Your life carries purpose beyond what you currently understand. There are people you will encourage simply by surviving what you survived. There are hearts you will heal through your compassion. There are lives that will change because you chose not to give up. Do not minimize the impact your kindness has on others. Sometimes the